I didn't understand why I hit so low. I started to lose touch with my creative flow. They must have thought I was stupid, but little did they know that I was fighting my toughest battle, leading me to growth. To those who had it easy, don't say you understand my pain. I looked at your wristed Cubans while mine were cuffed to chains. Although you meant no harm, I had voices filling my brain, screaming out the fact that you and I are not the same. Forgive me for this part, but the voices in my head were right. Just because we breathe the same air doesn't mean we do it at the same time. My heart beats out my chest. When I respond, I'm fine, praying for someone to realize that that was all a lie. Falling off the deep end, waiting for God to grab my hand, yank me out this bottomless pit. I know this isn't who you say I am. Lashing out in ways I couldn't seem to control, something got the best of me. My words weren't my own, gripping on as tight as I could. I knew I couldn't fold. I was dangling off a cliff. I saw evil waiting to take my soul. Funny how my reality was a product of the enemy's taunting. I guess I was stupid for giving him everything he was wanting, entertaining guilty pleasures. I like to call it private bonding. I was ignorant towards the fact that my demons were responding. It's a hard pill to swallow when you're the only one to blame. I stood tall, pointing fingers at the only ones who came. My chest deflates with pride as it starts to boil with shame. Moving forward, now I know what it's like to play the devil's game. The moment I dropped to my knees, God began to speak. What a moment it was to realize my spirit was so weak. Child, it's not your actions, it's your heart I want to critique. I was holding on to conformity when God had made me unique. You see, I was familiar with depression, but this time was different. It's usually self versus self. I was up against something belligerent. But now I know that no one can conquer the most magnificent, because now that I'm saved, my demons want to act dividend. In the midst of my chaos, I was praying for it all to end, but now that it's all over, I finally know where to begin. If it wasn't for meeting the devil, I wouldn't be able to comprehend the difference between healing and running after the first hand that extends.